What's up? We're going to look at the 5 major scale patterns. The first major scale pattern, we're going to start on G on the 3rd fret of the 6th string with our middle finger. Starts on this note, your next note with your pinky. So the way we're going to call it is that's 2-4 because we're using our 2nd finger and our 4th finger. Okay, so you're going to go 2-4, next string, 1-2-4. Next string, 1-3-4. Next string, 1-3-4. Then 2-4. Then 1-2-4. Excuse me. All right. So one more time. That's 1-2-4. 1-3-4. 1-3-4. 2-4. 1-2-4. Okay, so the pattern, just playing it, sounds like this. You've also got this note back here, and I'm going to talk about that. In these patterns, you're going to have a root. And in this pattern, the root is on the 6th string with your middle finger. Then when we get up to here, on the 4th string with our pinky, that's a root, so that's the same note. And then when we get up to the 1st string with our 2nd finger, that is a root. So that means that those are all the note G. If we did it anywhere else, they would all be the note A, or all B, all C, whatever. Alright, so to play the scale and make it sound like a major scale, you want to play from root to root so that you can hear the scale ascend. Then start there again. Alright, now the extra notes, you can just play those. Then descend from root to root. Start there again and descend again. And then play this extra note that we talked about. Alright, so that's going to be like this. On all these patterns, knowing where the root is going to be important. When you solo, you're going to use that as kind of like an anchor to get started trying to make phrases. Alright, so you have to know where those are, so when you practice it, you can just stop on them. But you can also make it sound like the scale. If I just play every note, it doesn't really sound any different if I play another pattern. They don't sound anything alike, but I was using the same notes. So you're going to have to know where the roots are. Your next pattern, we're going to start in the same place, 3rd fret on G, and it's going to look like this. Scoot up, and then play 3 and 4. So that's how it's going to start. You're going to start on G. Alright, so we're going to play 1, slide, 1-3-4, next string, 1-3, scoot back 1 fret for the next string, then 1-2-4, 1-2-4, scoot up, 1-3-4, 1-3-4 for the next string as well. So 1, 1-3-4, 1-3, scoot back, 1-2-4, next string, 1-2-4, scoot up, 1-3-4, next string's 1-3-4. Playing it's going to sound like this. So your roots in this one are where you start right here. Then when you get up here to the 4th string with your 2nd finger, then when you get to the 2nd string with your pinky, those are where your roots are. Alright, so playing it, stopping on every root, sounds like this. Alright, our next pattern is going to start on the 10th fret with our pinky. That's G, that's your root. Your other root is going to be on the 2nd string with your 2nd finger on the 8th fret. Alright, so our pattern is going to look like this. Start here on your pinky. Then on the next string you've got 1, 3, 4. Next string 1, 3. Next string 1, 2, 4. The next string is 1, 2, 4. So we're going to start here one more time. Pinky on the 10th fret, 5th string. Play that note. The next one is 1, 3, 4. 1, 3. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Go back to that note on the 5th string on the 10th fret. So the notes on the bottom of the scale are, it would be like 4, 3, 1, then 4, 2, 1. So if we start from this and play every string, you're going to have 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Your roots are 5th string, 10th, 2nd string, 8th. So playing it root to root so that you know where those are when you play them, it sounds like this. Scale pattern starts on the 10th fret but with your middle finger on the 5th string. So you're going to play 2, 4, next string 1, 2, 4, next string 1, 3, 4, scoot up, next string is 1, 3, 4, then the next string is 1, 3. Alright, so starting back at the beginning of the scale, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, scoot up, 1, 3, 4, and then 1, 3. Back at the beginning, if we take to play the bottom of the scale, we'll play 2, 1, then 4, 2. Alright, so every note in the scale from bottom to top is 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, scoot up, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. Your roots are the 10th fret, 5th string, the 12th fret, 3rd string. Alright, so playing it, stopping at the roots. Alright, the last pattern starts 12, 13, 14, 15 with your pinky. You're going to play 4. The next string is 1, 3, 4. The next string is 1, 3. The next string, scoot back and then play 1, 2, 4. Then scoot back up, play 1, 2, 4. Then the next string is 1, 3, 4. Alright, so from the pinky on 15 on the 6, 4, next string, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, scoot back, 1, 2, 4, scoot up, 1, 2, 4, next string is 1, 3, 4. Starting from the root, again, to play the back of the scale, you're going to have 4, 3, 1. Alright, so every note in the pattern, starting from the 12, on the 6th string, you would play 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, scoot back, 1, 2, 4, scoot up, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 3, 4. Root to root, your first root is here on 15 on the 6th, and then on 12 on the 3rd string. So root to root, and excuse me, right here on the 15 on the high E string. So it goes like this. Alright, so as you're learning these patterns, make sure that when you learn them that you do alternate picking, which is just down, up, and then there's a couple of ways that you can, get scales under your fingers that'll make it go a little bit faster. First thing is alternate pick every note and just stay on it, next note, and just go through it like this. So you would do any pattern just like that. And if you can already do that and it's easy, it really just slows you down so that you can see what you're doing instead of running across it and missing. Alright, so the other thing is 2 notes at a time. Start off with 2 notes at a time and then add a note each time. So these are the first 2 notes. Alternate pick them till you're comfortable. It doesn't have to be this fast. Then add the next note. And walk down. Then add the next note. Then add the next note. Just do it when you're comfortable. And you would do any pattern like that. Make sure that once you get them under your fingers and you've got them memorized, that you play them root to root. Alright, that's it. Be sure to click the like button and send me an email if you can think of anything that might help, or if you want a PDF on the scales or anything, let me know. Thank you.